started going to Coleridge in 1975 through the Greenhouse Ministry. I heard about Coleridge and learned about Coleridge and became very excited as I learned about Dr. Kennedy and his ministry. Greenhouse was a ministry that was started by a husband and a wife that went to Coleridge, and Dr. Kennedy went to their home and visited them and shared the gospel, and they became believers at a very late in their life, probably in their 50s or 60s. And then one day they wanted to just open up their home, to some young adults. And from there, it turned into a full-time ministry. Meeting my wife was just amazing, and just to see how God orchestrates things and how God brings things together was so exciting. In 1970, because we now were going to Coleridge, we got engaged and got married, but yeah, it was just neat to be married in that beautiful church. It really was fantastic. My wife and I were married for about 38 years, and then all of a sudden we were ready to go on vacation and had the tickets, and we were going to wake up that morning, and in the night, God chose to take her home. So it was a shock. It was a shock. And I just was devastated. She loved Jonathan and David in the Bible. That was her two favorite characters. So she named her first son Jonathan. Well, lo and behold, we did. We had David 2 years later. And so Ben came along 7 years later and just fit in that group so well. And they all have grown up to be not just big guys physically, but they're amazing guys. The theme of family became very strong in my early Christian life. So when I came to Coleridge, that vision of being a family was continued on by Dr. Kennedy. Well, it was rough. I mean, again, she and I both had a lot to learn about marriage. Marriage wasn't easy for us. We had so much to learn, and if it wasn't for other people coming alongside of us, people at Coleridge who were older, who had more wisdom, and who would come alongside of us with counsel, with wisdom, to guide and direct us.
Coleridge to my family, it really was just something that just became a part of our daily life. I think like earliest memories of going to church together as a family, getting dressed, going together, doing Sunday school.
And I think that's what helped them love the church. I think that's what helped them to realize how important the church was, that they caught the vision of Coleridge, that it's gauging in people, and reaching out to people. So much of our life is reaching inward, and it was neat to watch them begin to reach outward.
Growing up, volunteering, serving, mission trips. Went on a lot of mission trips with the church. The same place my mom and dad got married, the same stairs, and even my brother got married there as well. And so even from meeting my wife to even marrying my wife at the same place, Coleridge has always been a part of the family's life, and now my life and my family moving forward. We can say that Coleridge is a staple in our testimony as the Bordys in the next generation.
Whether we're an individual or a family, what's our role in that contribution? How do we invite more people? How do we represent others in the community and make sure that we're speaking up for those in need, make sure that we're reaching out to those in need, and make sure that here as a body that we're unified, that we represent a family, that we get to know one another and truly ask, how are you today?
The church today, the world thinks it doesn't need it. People think they don't need it. That's the thing that breaks my heart today. And that's the beautiful thing about Coleridge. We got a lot of older people, and we got a lot of younger people. But I hope the older people will see that these young people, just like I did when I was 20, where would I be if older people didn't come alongside me and walk beside me and listen to me and help me? And so it doesn't matter, what age these kids are. I hope that these older adults will get a vision and will see the opportunity that God's given them to come alongside, because I believe these young adults in this generation, they need people and they want people, just like I did, to come alongside them and encourage them.